This episode is brought to you by W Energy Drinks. Order yours now at w.gg and receive 10% off when you use the code WTMF10 at the checkout. That's WTMF10 at the checkout. How are we doing, everybody? On this episode of Whatchu Drinkin, we welcome hip-hop artist Cremro Smith into the Watch This Media studio. We view and discuss some of his videos and chat about a variety of topics, including his new album, Cremotions. You can find it now on all major streaming services or purchase the CD along with some Cremro merch on his website at www.cremro.com. Pour yourself a drink and enjoy. Cheers.
To be honest, I started listening to podcasts. I was so late on the game. I started listening to podcasts during the writer's strike.
Oh, okay.
Because I had no new stuff to watch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I started listening to I think it was called Five Strike Force. You know, it was all about the late night people, Jimmy Fallon, Stephen Colbert, all them, Seth Meyers, all those guys. They came together because they had no work, and they were actually doing a podcast. And any of the residuals that came from that, they were actually helping pay for some of their employees' bills that were on strike.
Interesting.
So that's how I actually got into podcasting. And then, honestly, one of my other ones that I heard right off the bat, before I even go, I always loved Joe Rogan as a comedian, but I go into the episode of Wiz Khalifa on impulsiveness with Logan Paul.
Oh, okay.
And I always thought it was funny because he's like, man, you got a joint spot out of your pocket. You know?
Yeah, Wiz stays smoking, man.
Yeah.
And I think he got into, I don't know about UFC, but he got into fighting and training there for a minute.
Oh, dude, Wiz is healthy.
Yeah,
Wiz got gym every day. Yeah, man. So I want to back up and say thank you for taking your time to do this. I mean, I know especially with the album dropping, what day was it?
March 6th.
March 6th.
Yeah.
So it's out.
Yeah, so tomorrow will be a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's live, man. All digital streaming platforms. I encourage everybody to go pick up the physical copies and the physical bundles at Cremro.com. Got numerous merchandise items, so it's like a independent artist. We depend on those merchandise sales, those show tickets, and those features and those streams. So I just encourage people to go to the website, Cremro.com, and if they see anything they like, order it. I handcraft most of the merchandise myself, pack it up. And
this shirt's available?
Yeah, that's the Cremro Retro right there. That's doing well. And we're doing a promotions bundle that comes with... So I did these sublimated bandanas, which are actually have been a real big hit, man. They're 22 by 22. And so we include the bandana, the promotions bandana.
That's the new album cover, yeah?
Yeah, this is the new album. We include a hard copy signed disc, hard copy CD, and then also a promotions T-shirt, all for only $60. And I do include free shipping anywhere in the U.S.
So
yeah, so man, I've been doing this a while, so I always want to incorporate the release or the rollout with something that encompasses the album. And this is a big release for me. No features on this album. It's the first time I've ever put out a project without any other artist on it.
I saw some of your features, man. You had Caskey.
Shout out to Caskey. That's the home.
Ritz?
Yeah, shout out to Ritz. That's my home, man.
Some of your features, some of the collabs you've done are incredible.
I've been blessed, man. I've been blessed and highly favored. Those are some top tier artists, man. Not only are they friends of mine, they're some of the best in the game. I feel like they're some of the most talented artists out there.
Yeah, dude.
For sure.
One of my go-to albums when I'm out here kicking it in the patio in the studio is the Caskey Yellow.
Oh yeah, Yellow with Black Sheep.
Yeah,
crazy.
That's one of my go-tos, man. Yeah. It's just sick. It's just like a machine gun.
Yeah. And between you and I and all your listeners, man, I think there's a Yellow Wolf, Caskey, Yellow Wolf Black Sheep 2 in the works.
I might have heard a little something about that.
No, I think they got number 2 on the way. So
Yellow was actually the first show I saw at Vinyl.
Was this 2014?
Yeah, I think so.
I was at the show.
Yeah.
Slow American Made tour.
Yep.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, man, that was my first show at Vinyl. I wasn't living in Pensacola yet.
Okay.
I was actually just like, I had family that lived here. I was working at a ski resort, so I come here for 3 weeks. So I went to my home state of Missouri for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, and I like got a little vacay, and but yeah, there was a Yellow concert. Then I'm like, I'm going. I went by myself, dude. It was crazy.
Wow. Yeah. I was at that show. I was actually on tour with Haystack at the time, and we had 2 weeks off. And my old lady was like, "Hey, there's 2 shows at Vinyl I think you'd be interested in." One was the Slamerica May tour.
Oh yeah,
with Yellow Wolf, Ritz, Big Henry, and the other one was Kevin Gates and B.O.B.
Kevin Gates.
It was the same week.
That's
one was on a Friday and one was on a Saturday, so we went to both of those shows, man. Because I was studying, you know, I was on tour with Stack, so I like to go to other tours and study how they do merch and how they do their performances, their meet and greets, you know.
Learn the industry.
Oh, learn the underground for sure.
Yeah. I mean, that's a long time coming. It's been 12 years since you've been into this.
Yeah.
So I want to do this. We're gonna cut to a song. Cola, who's the feature on that song?
So the feature on originally it was just my record, and then there's an artist from Pensacola named Sook.
Okay.
SUK, very talented young man, and he's got a lot of the younger fan base in the city. So shout out to Lil Zay who shot the video. He helps manage Sook, so he helped me get Sook on the record just to adapt and adopt some of the younger fan base in the city.
Hell yeah.
But the song's doing great, man, and I'm in talks with the Pensacola Ice Flyers and the Blue Waffles about just getting not the entire record, but just came out the cola.
Right. Usually like a feature.
Yeah, just to get that to play during intermission and halftime and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's good business.
I'm working on that. Yeah.
Let's do that. All right, let's cut to this song. We'll be right back.
Child, no cap, man. I'm fucking with Lil Zay Visual, the hard nigga. Yeah.
Who I'm supposed to turn to? Who I'm supposed to call up in these times? Lord knows I want to, but my dog's still gone and I'm sitting here crying. I fill up my paper with reefer, then I get some paper. I love all my supporters, I'm praying for my haters. I came out the cola, the most underrated city in Florida. They tell me all the music that I'm steady making too depressing. Ain't trying to be negative, I just relate to the stressing. So many Thanksgivings when we ain't had a dressing. Now we buying turkeys for families and call it blessings. Lord knows I needed some help. Feed my family when they hungry, barely feeding myself. Gain away from all this alcohol, weaning myself. Straight up off these pain pills, really cleaning myself like I should be. Back to exercising, 2 funerals in 2 weeks, I'm still sympathizing. Blood spatter on the concrete ain't appetizing, but still remain to eat. These nightmares and cold sweats I can barely sleep. Who I'm supposed to turn to? Who I'm supposed to call up in these times? Lord knows I want to, but my dog's still gone and I'm sitting here crying. I fill up my paper with reefer, then I get some paper. I love all my supporters, I'm praying for my haters. I came out the cola, the most underrated city in Florida.
Okay, I'm throwed off in depression. Lord, I need blessings, can't control what I'm possessing. Why? I was always told life would be precious. Showed I could be tested, hurt my soul, how they neglect me. See where I'm from, in the streets of Pensacola. Gotta use your head, cause deep inside it bring me closure. Notice what you said, come on, let brother shift my focus. Stuck inside my head and I can't lie, I ain't been sober. Damn, I really miss you. Every night I cry, bro, wishing you would listen. You know what I ride for, I'm reminiscing. Thinking about my life, but when you were with me,
Who I'm supposed to turn to? Who I'm supposed to call up in these times? Lord knows I want to, but my dog's still gone and I'm sitting here crying. I fill up my paper with reefer, then I get some paper. I love all my supporters, I'm praying for my haters. I came out the cola, the most underrated city in Florida.
If you ain't paying Lil Zay, you paying the wrong shooter, nigga.
802.
You let it go. Oh, good call.
Appreciate it, Jamie.
804. I'm keeping that in.
Woody.
Oh, young Jamie.
Young Jimmy.
Young Jamie. What you drinking, man? What do you drink? PBR?
Go Paps.
That's that Paps, baby.
Yeah, I do.
There's still some bars out there that sell them for $1, man.
I would like to know the names.
The point 4 to 5 on Friday.
There you go. And that's an American Billy right
Well,
there.
me and him's usually on the clock right then.
Oh, you work at the point?
I do.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, bro.
So, obviously, you a lot of your music talks about Pensacola. This is your roots, right? This is your home.
Right. So I was born in Pensacola, raised in the surrounding areas, and then my mama was from Birmingham. So I used to go back and forth quite a bit, and I had family in Louisiana. I lived in Indiana for a little while, but I moved down to Orlando in 2009, and I stayed there until 2020.
Okay.
So Orlando and Kissimmee is where I really was able to, spread my wings as far as doing showcases, battle rapping, learning how to approach different DJs, different promoters before I ever got to go on tour. Just kind of the grit and the grime of rapping, showcasing your talent, cutting your teeth, so to speak. Yeah.
Obviously, it's probably like a double-edged sword. There's a lot of opportunity in Orlando, but it's also, probably hard to get your foot in the door down there too.
Yeah, for sure. I felt like I was a pretty decent-sized fish in Pensacola in 2009. So I was like, let me go down to this ocean where I'm going to be a minnow.
How'd that feel?
Right, Yeah. Man, I'll tell you, man, it gave me I was bringing my Gulf Coast gills down to a, $1 million city.
Right.
But that's where I cut my teeth, man. And it's where I got my first radio spin. I still have friends and family who are still down there. Recorded a lot of music, did a lot of shows down there, and still have a lot of great friends and family down there right now. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Orlando's dope. And yeah, we talked about it off camera. Like, I'm trying to get you on a 100.3 Beats down in Fort Myers. We'll see how that goes.
Okay. Is that Bubba the Love Sponge,
DJ Riffic.
Okay.
Yeah, he does the morning show. He used to be a resident DJ at a place that I used to do security in downtown Fort Myers. And
okay.
Dude, it's really funny, the story behind it, because he actually told me one day, I was like, there was another dude, his real name's Brian, and there was a guy on the morning show named Brian that was the DJ. I was like, that doesn't sound like you, man. I was like, is that you? He's like, nah. He's like, that's a dream of mine, though. And he finally got it. You know what I mean?
Man.
He's like, yeah, he manifested that. He's like actually the morning show guy now.
Good for him.
You know what I mean?
I've got 75% of my music I have radio edits. So you get a hold to him, man. I'll send my press kit. I'll send the radio edited music, and if he can give me a spin, I'd appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be down there at the end of April in Kissimmee and Orlando. So
Like 2 hours.
Yeah, from Tampa and St. Pete. So I'll make the ride for sure.
Oh,
yeah. Any connections that anyone shoots my direction, man, I'll honor them and treat them how they want to be treated, how I want to be treated for sure.
Yeah, we might try and work that one out.
Yeah, man, let's do it, man. Life is short. Let's get to work.
Yeah. So
Mark Norman. No.
So then podcast.
Yeah, we saw Mark Norman at the Sanger Theater.
Did you go to that?
Yeah, we did. He killed it. My old lady got us tickets for Father's Day.
So you're like a big comedy fan.
Huge. Since I quit drinking, bro, I was depressed for a long time.
So it makes you laugh?
Comedy saved music and comedy have saved my life, man, because it gives me optimism and it gives me something to smile about other than my daughter, my family. It's like, because, man, a lot of people used to drink and get happy, you know what I mean? And I was already sad, and I would drink and I would still remain sad, So I think alcohol can sometimes be a natural depressant if you overdo it or if your body's so acclimated to it.
But it is a depressant.
You know what I mean?
It is.
So when I kicked it and it was tough kicking alcohol, I was very down on myself and depressed. But I would ride around listening to old George Carlin or stuff like that, man. Sam Kinison, stuff, Richard Pryor, stuff my daddy used to have me listening to when I shouldn't have been, You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I love comedy, bro. Sure.
You know, I wasn't gonna cut to another song so quick, but maybe we should segue into, since you brought up your dad. You want to talk about it before we play the song?
Sure, man. As far as like Ashes in the Ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the number one title track on the album. So the album's titled Promotions, you know, which is just me being Cremro. It's just my emotions. And I lost my mom in 2019, my uncle in 2020, my 16-year-old niece in 2021, and my daddy in 2022. So those 4 years were detrimental for me.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was just numbing myself with pills and pain and alcohol. So when I found him dead, it fucked me up, man. It messed me up. So
what happened? If you don't mind.
He just, you know, he was a Vietnam veteran. He had dementia. I really don't know. You know, I just had found him. It could have been a stroke, could have been a heart attack.
Well, in Vietnam, they
Agent Orange. Yeah, for sure. But nevertheless, man, he just transcended, and he was like he was like my best friend because I took care of him for the last 12 years of his life.
Fuck yeah, man.
So, like being his caregiver, we became real close. So, but I just wanted to dedicate a record to anyone who has lost somebody close to them, whether it be a parent or a friend. And so, just scattering ashes in the ocean. These days, it's expensive to bury people, you know. So a lot of people are going the route of cremation. Which funny thing, you know, the other day my partner was like, "Man, your album sound like cremation," you know. but
title track or the banger of it.
Exactly. So. Yeah, I put my dad's voice from a voicemail at the end of the record.
Is that what's that?
Yeah, that's my pops, man. And at the beginning of the record is my engineer, who he passed away. He took his own life, but he was the one from Grandview, Missouri. Yeah, so I just put those guys who I love so much on that record. And Ashes in the Ocean is the first record on the album. It's heartfelt. The video's out, and I'm really proud of it, for sure.
Man, that video brings me to tears, you know. Like, I'm 43. My parents are not getting younger. You know, I'm a father, and, like, we all live in different places, and, like, it just really hits, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I hear it, and then I'm, like, putting myself in your situation where I'm going to do that one day. That's going to happen to me. That's going to happen.
Right. It's inevitable.
It's inevitable.
Right.
It hits so hard.
Yeah, I would just encourage you to, or anyone, just to spend the time, man. If your parents are still around, whether you're getting along with them or not, make the phone call, you know, pull up on them, hug their neck, take them to lunch, even if you hadn't talked to them in years, man, because there's going to come a time, like you say, inevitability kicks in and you're going to wish you would or you could have and you should have, so to speak, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I miss my dog, man. Shout out to Ramon Correa, man. That was Pops. Everybody who knew him knew me and vice versa. Like,
was he like a staple in the area too? I mean, yeah, you're kind of a staple in the area, so I feel like you guys are like really rooted here.
Pretty solid, man. Wherever he went, he was recognized, he was loved, he was very funny, man. You know, he was just a charismatic, great looking, funny guy. You know, handsome fella. You know, some people thought he looked like Pablo Escobar. You know?
In the beginning of the video that we're about to play, he really does kind of look like Pablo. No bullshit.
Yeah. My daddy's side is Mexicano and my mama's side is French.
Okay.
Yeah, so he kind of had a blend. We go to Greece, they think he's Greek. We go to Hawaii, they think he's Hawaiian. We go to Mexico, they think he's Mexican. So yeah, he was a great man.
That's cool.
For sure. Yeah.
All right. On that note, we're gonna go ahead and cut to this one. Ashes in the Ocean by Cremro.
Child, no cap, man. I'm fucking with Lil Zay Visual, the hard nigga. Yeah.
In your fucking self, in your music, and what's gonna make you happy, because you can make all the money in the world, bro, and if you're not doing what you're fucking made to do, because you were made to put out music, amazing music, whether as an artist, whether for other people, whether to facilitate other people's dreams, your music spreads far beyond any tentacle you can create with money. So you really gotta stop being so fucking selfish with your fucking thoughts on what makes your life complete.
I got bottled up commotion. Lost my daddy, put his ashes in the ocean. Treat you different when you finally get some motion. It's been difficult lately, but I've been holding, yeah. I got bottled up promotion. Lost my daddy, put his ashes in the ocean. Treat you different when you finally get some motion. It's been difficult lately, but I've been holding on. I got bottled up promotions. Lost my daddy, put his ashes in the ocean. Treat you different when you finally get some motion. It's been difficult lately, but I've been holding. I've been overwhelmed by adversity. Reality is what's hurting me. Stuck with a burn like third degree, and I ain't wanna bury mama at 33. Got a lot on my mind, but I can't get it off. Hit the road, do a show, hit the weed, get a cough. All around the country, got a couple people who love me. I love them back, that's a southern fact. Came up out the cola with 100 pack. 20 years ago, me and cuz, box Chevy in the silver lake. Time flies like a paper plane. 4th grader just dreaming big. 13, juvenile detention. Barely got a chance to be a kid. Woodrow, know I miss him. If Pops was here, I'd kiss him. They say Jay took his own life, but that wasn't part of our vision. Woodrow, know I miss him. If Pops was here, I'd kiss him. They say Jay took his own life, but that wasn't part of our vision. I got bottled up commotion. Lost my daddy, put his ashes in the ocean. Treat you different when you finally get some motion. It's been difficult lately, but I've been holding, yeah. I got bottled up commotion. Lost my daddy, put his ashes in the ocean. Treat you different when you finally get some motion. It's been difficult lately, but I've been holding on. I got bottled up commotions. Lost my daddy, put his ashes in the ocean. Treat you different when you finally get some motion. It's been difficult lately, but I've been holding on.
So anyway, hey, no need to give me a call, nothing urgent, anything like that. I just watching the ball game here, and man, I'm thinking of home, and then I'm thinking, who took care of me at home? None other than my other boy here.
Lost my daddy, put his ashes in the ocean. Treat you different when you finally get some motion. It's been difficult lately, but I've been holding.
If you ain't paying Lil Zay, you paying the wrong shooter, nigga.
Yeah. Jamie is a genius.
Thanks.
He fucking
raised.
I work for beer.
Believe it or not, I do buy him beer, give him weed, and fucking give him money when I can.
I'm actually 15 years old.
Yeah, I seen the movie. I mean, 16 and a half, bro. What's the show? What's the show, man? It was a hit for a minute, and then the kid from it ended up being in that chef movie, Bear. What's the name of that fucking show, bro?
We got a minute.
What's the name of that show? He reminded me of him. His name was Whip in the show. It was an overseas European show, and then they brought it to Showtime. Let me see. That's fucking wicked, bro.
That's good. Brown hair, it's in the dark.
Hey.
Welcome back. So, is there anything else? I mean, I think we pretty much covered the Ashes in the Ocean songs.
Yeah, for sure.
This shit's fire, though, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, it's an incredible album, man. I've been getting a lot of good reviews. It's been out a week. We're planning a tour right now. I already have 4 shows lined up. My goal is to have 12. Missouri, Kansas, Louisiana, Alabama, Florida, and North and South Carolina.
Yeah. So since I do have some viewers from Missouri, my hometown, St. Louis, what do you know the date?
So for Missouri, we're looking at the first weekend of June, and then
for Pops.
No, I can't sell out Pops on my own quite yet. You know, it's a 300 cap venue, but I have a small venue in California, Missouri, and a small venue in Jeff City, Missouri, and a small venue in Sedalia, Missouri.
Oh yeah,
that we're looking at, and then Independence, Missouri, which is a small city right outside of KC.
It's like a suburb.
Yeah. So I still run through Missouri a lot, and at the end of May, May 29th, I'm in Junction City, Kansas. And May 30th, I'm in Topeka, Kansas.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah. So, you know, just
that's Tech Nine's neighborhood.
Yeah, man. We'll probably stop by Strangeland and, you know, get the car washed. And
you know those guys?
I know some of the guys who were signed to Strange.
Yeah.
You know,
oh, wait, you mentioned Ritz earlier.
Yeah, Ritz is a good friend of mine, man. He's no longer signed to Strange, but he still does music with them. And he still has great relationships with those guys and incredible accolades from being signed to Strange. You know, that's the biggest, if not, you know, one of the biggest, if not the biggest independent labels of all time. You know?
That's a good point.
You know?
I wanted to bring that up, actually. I'm glad we got into that. Don't you feel like right now is like go time for independent artists? Like it's a lot easier than it used to be, right?
For sure. I feel like just with these, you know,
right?
You know, like back in my day, it was, you know, you were trying to get published in a magazine, or you were trying to get an article in the newspaper, or you were hand-to-handed CDs, flyers, doing open mics. You know, now you can use this recording device not only to record music. So with just this piece of equipment, you can record a song, mix a song, release a song, create the graphics, shoot the video, all with just this.
Wild.
It's incredible, man. So I don't want to say it's easier. It's just different.
It's a different game.
It's a different game. So I just encourage people, whether they're drawing or singing or rapping or whatnot, just to, you know, utilize the tools that these technological advancements that you have now, because I don't want to say it was tougher then or easier now. It's just more convenient.
It's more convenient. Yeah. We get to work with it. Well, I feel that when it comes to podcasts, like right now, like we're recording on a virtual studio. Mm-hmm. We've got our producer, Little Jamie. I mean, Woody. Yeah. But no, we've got him like running through this equipment that like 10 years ago we would have needed 10 times the cost of equipment.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And like it's just becoming a little better. Or like whenever I go to do advertisements for the podcast, and you know, it's like I can literally just take a picture, run it into AI, control the prompt, and like bam, there's my ad.
Yeah, the AI shit is crazy, man. And then the AI generated music, you know, like apps like Suno and things like this, where you know, there's AI artists who are charting on the Billboard and things of that nature. It's
let me ask you this. Since we brought that up, what's your opinion on the AI music?
I mean,
as an artist,
I'm not a fan yet,
either,
because I feel like art should have flaws, and I feel like sometimes AI is flawless. You know what I'm saying? Like when things don't have flaws, like there's nothing perfect in this world, and sometimes when things look too good and sound too good, it seems artificial.
Well, what about like? That makes me think of like whenever, because I used to play guitar in a band like as a teenager, and like on occasion, one little different click or hold of a fret or anything or a muffle like changes the whole thing.
Right.
And AI ain't gonna get that.
Right.
Not for a long time.
Right. And then from a performance standpoint, I hope that just retroactively we go back to wanting to see live performances from real people. But I was reading this article the other day that there's a band or a group in some part of Asia, don't quote me, but they were selling out an arena already, and it's all AI generated. So people have bought thousands upon thousands of tickets to go to this arena and watch this show of a group perform, but it's an AI group. So these aren't human beings, but they sold out the arena.
Are they on stage?
I think they're on a
screen?
A screen, yeah.
So it's a pre-production. I mean, that's
now hologram. Yeah,
it's not even live.
Like hologram, I can understand. Like when they did the Tupac hologram, you know, that's cool. Like right.
You know what I mean? That's different.
You know, it's just we're in a wild world right now.
It's wild,
but I don't want to be the old Paul like, oh man, you kids ain't got a clue what it is. So no telling where we're headed, but it's incredible.
It's funny too because I tell my son that all the time. I mess with him because he'll spend like 6 hours making a Roblox character, and I'm like, I'll take that same Roblox character and make it do like backflips and send it back to him, and he'll be like, I don't appreciate that.
Yeah, I need to get into that Roblox because my name's Ro, man, and I need to figure out how to work with whoever owns that and come up with my own Roblox character. Or
and then you can have Cremro bucks.
Something, bro. I mean. Anybody who knows about that shit, man, holla at me. I'm trying to learn.
I might forget with my son. He's good. He's like a little programmer.
Bro, let me holler at youngin, man, because I need to get in there. Yeah.
Roll down his blog.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Take a walk around this.
Yeah, man, for sure.
So before we bust into the last song, is there anything else first off, let's go ahead and plug all of your media. You already brought up your website. You want to plug it again? Let's talk about your social. Let's talk about the gear that is available.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So Cremro.com, Cremro Smith on all social media platforms, TikTok, Cremstagram, Crembook, YouTube, everything Cremro Smith. You can find Cremro on its own. That's I released a catalog of music just under Cremro when I was signed to a management company, but now everything's Cremro Smith. Smith stands for Some Make It to Heaven or Some Make It to Hell. It's an acronym. But you can find all my merchandise, all my show dates at Cremro.com. Please stream the music, tap in with me, and I just encourage everybody to stay optimistic, stay blessed, keep your family orientation strong, and follow your dreams, follow your passions, do what you love, man. Life's so short and things get taken away from us in the blink of an eye. So I think it's just very important that we focus on the limited time of availability we have on this rock. You know what I mean? It goes fast, man.
It does.
It goes fast, man.
You're a blip.
I'm telling you, a flash in the pan, but we blessed to have the pan and blessed to have the flash. So, blessed to be alive. But I appreciate you having me, bro, for sure. Man. Yeah, I wish you well on the cast, and as long as you keep Woody with you, man, you're going to the top, bro. For sure, man.
Before we close it out completely, though, because we're not going to come back from this one, that was on the phone. What's the inspiration?
Man, just temptation, man. You remember back in the day, you have like an angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other. I feel like we fight temptation every day, man, in one way or another, and
I feel that, dog. Tomorrow starts my streak.
I hope it does for you, man. I'm not going to judge you.
How many, go ahead and tell them. How many days you got?
I'm 192 days today. Yeah. But thank you, brother. But it had me, man. The drink had me. But I'm not the guy who has any judgment or embellishment towards individuals who can drink and be disciplined. I just couldn't be disciplined with it. I couldn't have 2 beers or 2 shots. I wasn't drinking for the taste. I was drinking to get loaded and numb the pain.
You were drinking to change that mindset.
Man, for sure. So now I find myself with so much additional time. So now I feel like my grind has just stepped into 6th gear. I felt like I was kind of stuck in 3rd or 4th gear for a long time. I was still mashing.
I was grinding.
Yeah, I was grinding gears. I was still mashing. I was still, advancing and moving forward and motivating folks. But now I'm superseded 5th gear. I'm into 6th gear now because I have all of this additional time and revenue as well because I'm not, liquidating my pockets on.
Like we talked about on camera, $600 a month.
Man, easy, bro. Easy. Yeah, but Devil on the Phone, he's been calling me for a long time. If you believe in good, I feel like you should believe in evil. And if there's a higher power, there's a lower power. So I find myself fighting that median a lot. Like in Louisiana, they call it the neutral ground, like that median in between the two lane highway or whatnot. So
it's almost an impossible balance.
It's creme possible, man. It's creme possible, but you have to find some type of attachment to something to keep you above water.
You need a hobby. You need an obsession that's healthy. You need, you need something.
Yeah, swimming lessons, because if not, your ass gonna drown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but that just inspired that. I released a record called Dear God, and then I followed it up with Devil on the Phone. So it was kind of like the angel on the left shoulder for Dear God, and then the devil on the right shoulder for Devil on the Phone.
Should we splice them both then?
Man, you more than welcome to. Let's do it. They're both incredible visuals, man. All the visuals I drop are cinematic, and I'm proud to put them together. Shout out to Lil Zay.
Your videos are great.
Man, I appreciate it. Shout out to Zay, man. He's incredible. I highly recommend if anybody's in the visual arts and they want to learn or they want to study or shadow to check out Lil Zay visuals. Yeah, he's great.
Oh yeah, man.
Sure.
All right, let's cut to this video. Man, it's been fucking great having you.
Likewise, my brother. Appreciate you.
It's been a lot of fun. A lot of laughs.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Woody, man, and I appreciate you, brother, having me.
Yeah, man.
It's been fun. For sure.
Let's get these songs. Thank you, guys.
Peace, y'all.
child, no cap, man. I'm fucking with Lil Zay Visual, the hard nigga.
Well, the devil's in the phone booth, dialing 911. Well, the church is on their knees and they're loading up the spiritual gun.
Well, the devil thought he had us, but the tables are turned, and now he's on the run. The devil's in the phone booth, dialing 911.
Devil's on the phone. He been calling since a Motorola, still feeling all alone. Pray to God I remain a soldier. Another sad song. Another day here in Pensacola when your name carries on. Cemetery bones. I don't wanna die right now. Ain't the time for me to fly right now. Said goodbye to my granny and my mom and my daddy. Now I'm the opposite of happy. Devil working on me overtime. To be honest with you, kinda out of line. Happiness is getting hard to find. Happiness is getting hard to rhyme. Lost to sea without a lifeboat, let alone without a life vest. Same the same, feather flock together, but it's all depending on the right nest. Post-traumatic with a tight chest, fighting Satan with a right and left. Roundhouse bolo, shoot through the polo if I ever feel I got no fight left. We ain't taking no taekwondo. 2 9s, one name Rondo. One name Nicholas Van Exel. Couple of OGs caught that reference. 80s baby, struggle crazy, soldier baby, never joined the Navy. Heard the music and it really saved me. Never thought I'd get to meet my favorite OG up at a young age. Cousin face up on the front page. Family asked me to write a poem, panhandle in a thunderstorm. Devil's on the phone. He been calling since a Motorola, still feeling all alone. Pray to God I remain a soldier. Another sad song. Another day here in Pensacola when your name carries on. Cemetery bones. I don't wanna die right now. Ain't the time for me to fly right now. Said goodbye to my granny and my mom and my daddy. Now I'm the opposite of happy.
Devil's on the phone. He been calling since a Motorola, still feeling all alone. Pray to God I remain a soldier. Another sad song. Another day here in Pensacola when your name carries on. Cemetery bones. I don't wanna die right now. Ain't the time for me to fly right now. Said goodbye to my granny and my mom and my daddy. Now I'm the opposite of happy.
Child, no cap, man. I'm fucking with Lil Zay Visual, the hard nigga.
Young Borsky.
Yeah. Dear God, I wrote you a letter just to tell you how I feel, dear God. Things getting better. I gave up popping those pills, dear God. I'm praying for my family. Lost sight of my mind and my sanity. I finally got a grip on this world. I'm just hoping that the world can handle me. I'm conversating with creatures who ain't physical, but this universe tell me that it's spiritual. My grandmother told me it'd be good for me. She came from Mexico, but cola was the hood for me. I moved to Orlando, I learned a lot. Orange County really taught me how to set up shop. Speak a couple different languages and dodge the ops. Mercenaries were murky, so were the cops. Met a few Oxland, I prayed with them. Couple Haitian homies, I went to Dade with them. Did some business that I won't mention on record. People listen, but God, he really checked. I saw my homie on Thursday at Florida Mall. Friday evening, he was DOA on fentanyl. His mama and his granny put the blame on his dog. I don't blame nobody, I just wish he would've called. Dear God, I wrote you a letter just to tell you how I feel, dear God. Things getting better. I gave up popping those pills, dear God. I'm praying for my family. Lost sight of my mind and my sanity. I finally got a grip on this world. I'm just hoping that the world can handle me.
I wrote you a letter just to tell you how I feel, dear God. Things getting better. I gave up popping those pills, dear God. I'm praying for my family. Lost sight of my mind and my sanity. I finally got a grip on this world. I'm just hoping that the world can handle me.
If you ain't paying Lil Zay, you paying the wrong shooter, nigga.